Facts for Days.
Pretty sure I was yodeling.
What do you got for us?
Okay, Facts for Days. In the spirit of the start of college football, I went ahead and kept our theme alive for college football facts.
Keeping the theme alive.
This one, one of these is really going to break your heart, but this one I thought was absolutely fascinating.
Let's hear it.
The year was 1905.
Good year.
Not really.
Not good year.
Bad year. In fact, in 1905, 18 football players were killed in college football.
Dang.
That's not good.
Columbia suspended its team because of the deaths and even required the President Theodore Roosevelt, to get involved. The Chicago Tribune reportedly published a headline that year titled, "Football Year's Death Harvest." So public opinion was
That sounds dark.
was highly skeptical of the future of college football.
Oh, dang.
What year is this?
1905.
Ah, okay.
And there were another 140 or so injured.
The dark days of college football.
Gravely injured. However, Teddy Roosevelt was a huge fan of American football.
Good choice, Teddy.
And when his son, Teddy Jr.
I got Teddy Roosevelt right as a question of one of your recent Facts for Days.
Yes, you did. Yes, because he owned a hyena as a pet. And so one of the things that happened, too, was the Harvard-Yale annual game was canceled for a couple of years because
Unacceptable.
it was dangerous. And when Teddy Jr., President Roosevelt's son, joined the Harvard freshman team and began to receive his own injuries playing the sport that Roosevelt loved, he decided to call in representatives from top football schools to figure out how to make the game more suitable and less violent. So reportedly, as he was negotiating the end of the Russo-Japanese War, he also led a team to change the rules of football, things like making a first down 10 yards instead of 5.
It's only 5 yards?
The addition of...
What a wild game.
Well, because at this point in football, there had never been a forward pass thrown. So it was more like a rugby, right? You just scrum and beat each other to death. Actual combat. I mean, that's what we fell in love with, you know. The addition of the forward pass, so teams can move the ball downfield without shoving each other as much as they used to. And a neutral zone authorized between offense and defense. So anyway, these things did, in fact, help make the sport much safer. And while it wasn't totally safe, this did lead to significant decline in deaths and injuries. So,
who knew?
The fact is, 18 people died in 1905. And in
that's bad.
1906, nobody died because President Roosevelt stepped in and saved the game of football.
Teddy Roosevelt, man. He owned a hyena. He saved football.
He started the income tax. Well, he at least pitched the first income tax. What a dick. He was a big regulator, man. He was a big progressive, big government guy.
Taxation is theft.
He added I think he had the first version of the EPA and the FDA. A bunch of junk we don't need. Anyways.
Don't get Kenny started on government regulation.
Number 2. Jokes. A typical Nebraska Cornhuskers football game attracts 85,000 people.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a nice crowd.
Yeah, not bad.
Making
It's not Ohio State, but it's not bad.
the stadium more populous than Nebraska's third largest city, Grand Marshall, which has a population of just under 50,000.
Not even just a little bit more popular, so much more populous. What are they inviting the whole state
Apparently, they all go there.
every week?
Yeah,
That's wild.
absolutely.
What?
Nebraska's wild, man.
You blew my mind.
And number 3.
Number 3. It's probably something bad about Ohio State. Go on.
Since 1879, college football's been being played.
Yes.
Which team has the most total wins?
Probably the team up north.
All of college football.
Probably that team up north because they've been playing from the beginning.
Michigan is the number 1 team in college football wins in the history of the sport with 1,004 wins.
Who's second?
Not Ohio State. Alabama at 965.
Who's third?
The Ohio State University, 964.
Oh.
So the unfortunate thing is that even if Ohio State were to continue to dominate Michigan for the next, 3 decades, they probably still aren't going to overtake them anytime soon because how many more games a year do you win than Michigan? 2, 3?
To be fair, I bet if you looked at average wins per year, Ohio State's is probably either the same or better because Michigan, they were one of the first college football teams.
That wasn't the stat that I brought for Facts for Days. It was most college wins of all time.
Well, that's fair.
Just accept it.
Just accept it.
Listen, we don't give a damn for the whole state of Michigan.
We do not give a damn for the whole state of Michigan at all.
No.
But that was Facts for Days, Jim.